Welcome dear student for HSC online lecture initiative taken by Shet Vidya Mandir English High School and Junior College of Science and Commerce. I Miss Ragini Singh, Assistant Lecturer of Biology, and today we are continuing with our topic human reproduction, and its subtopic is birth control and reproductive health. So before we proceed, let's recap what we studied in the last module. So, what is the function of the umbilical cord? It is nothing but it is the exchange of material between the mother and the fetus. Define oviparous. Animals that give birth to young ones with the help of the egg are called oviparous. Which antibody is present in the colostrum? It is immunoglobulin A. Birth control. Now when you talk about the birth control is nothing but it is a measure to prevent the fertilization, and they are referred to as contraceptives. Now contraceptive methods helps to prevent unwanted pregnancy. An ideal contraceptive should be, please mark down these points, easily available, user friendly, effective, and with no or least side effects. Now this contraceptive is of two types, temporary and permanent. In this module, we are only going to study about the temporary methods. They are of the following types: natural method, safe period, or rhythm method. In the natural method, the principle of avoiding chances of fertilization is used. It means counting the day of the 14, 1 week before and 1 week after. The menstrual bleeding is considered to be the safe period for sexual intercourse. But there is a high drawback that this method can fail if your calculation goes wrong or if the hormones play some other important game. So this is the first method, what we call it as a temporary method, natural, safe or rhythm method. Next is coitus interruption or coitus interrupts or withdrawal. In this, the male partner withdraws his penis from the vagina just prior to ejaculation, so as to avoid the insemination. But this method also has some drawbacks. As the pre-ejaculation fluid may contain sperms, this can cause fertilization. Next is lactational amenorrhea. This means when the female is already feeding the baby, the body gives a signal that there is already a baby with respect to the mother, and the female should not resume back her menstruation. So this is absence of menstruation. This method is based on the fact that ovulation does not occur during the period of intense lactation, that is during the feeding following parturition, that is the childbirth. Therefore, as long as mother breastfeeds the child fully, chances of conception are almost negligible. However, this method also has a high chances of failure. All this method that we are studying today is actually only the temporary, so it may show the chances of failure also. Next is chemical means or spermicides. The word side means to kill. In this method, chemicals like foam, tablets, jellies and creams are used by female partner. Before sexual intercourse, the female will actually apply this, either tablets or jelly, which she will introduce into the vagina. They will adhere to the mucous membrane and they will immobilize and kill the sperm. This may even cause the allergic reaction, but there is a chances even this method can also be failed. There could be many reasons. Maybe the lotions has not been applied properly, maybe the sperms were highly motile, they were not been able to trap by this chemical means. There could be various other reasons also. Next is mechanical means or barrier methods. As the name suggests, mechanical. In this, there are three types. The very first and the common is the condom. Now, condom not only helps into the, you can say, for the control of the population, but also it is helpful for the sexually transmitted disease and AIDS. So what is condom? It is a thin rubber sheet that is used to cover the penis of the male during copulation. Copulation means intercourse of the penis into the vagina. It prevents the entry of ejaculated semen into the female reproductive tract. This can prevent conception. It is simple and effective and has no side effects. Nerode is the most common widely used contraceptive by males. It is easily available and it is given free by the government. It should be properly discarded after every use. Condom is also safeguard against STD and AIDS. Next is diaphragm, cervical cap and wall. Now this is specially used by the females. Here you can see a diaphragm. Diaphragm means it's a barrier. These devices used by female are made up of rubber. They prevent conception by blocking the entry of sperms through the cervix. The device is inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix during the copulation. So the sperm will not be able to enter or reach the fallopian tube because this is going to act as a barrier. Intrauterine devices, IUDs. Please remember the full form also. Intrauterine devices. It means this is the portion of the uterus. Here the devices is going to be implanted. These clinical devices are plastic or metal objects. A doctor or trained nurse places the IUD into the uterus. These devices include Lippes loop, copper releasing IUD such as copper T, copper 7, multi-load 375 and hormone releasing IUD, LNG20 and progesterone. So this device is actually inserted into this uterus when female don't want to conceive. This is acting as a barrier so that the sperm will not reach the fallopian tube. And once the couple again wants the baby, this has been removed under the supervision of the medical trained professionals. Let's see the next one. Next is the physiological devices, also called as the oral pills. Nowadays in market there are many oral pills available such as eye pill. These physiological devices are used in the form of tablets and hence are popularly called pills. It is an oral contraceptive is used by the female. The pill contains progesterone and estrogen. This is our female hormones. They inhibit ovulation. Hence, no eggs are released from the ovary of female using these pills and thus conception cannot occur. They also alter the quality of the cervical mucus to stop the entry of the sperms. Now, many of the pills are having many of the side effects such as nausea, that is the sensation of vomiting, weight gain, tenderness of breast, slight blood loss during menstrual periods. But the pill Saheli is an oral contraceptive for female and it is non-steroidal. Saheli is to be taken once in a week and this pill is sponsored by the government. That's why it is generally advised for the females that not to go for any of the chemical pills as such because it is after all containing the chemicals and it is altering the hormonal imbalance. But Saheli is comparatively good for the female purpose because it is non-steroidal and showing very less side effects. Other contraceptives, the birth control implant is a contraceptive used by the female. It is a tiny, thin rod about the size of matchstick as you can see here. It is implanted under the skin of upper arm. They contain progesterone and estrogen. Their mode of action is similar to that of pills and they prevent pregnancy for 3 to 4 years. But out of all this temporary method, the most safest is the condom and the chances of failure is also very less. It's only 1%. All the things consist of the chemicals or some other thing. If you talk about the copper T, that is intrauterine device, if it is not inserted properly or if there is something infection which is taking place, then there can be even the problem with the uterus also. I hope this module was clear to you. Let's start with the question answers. Let's test your brain. The first question is, what is coitus interruption? You can take your time, pause the video and then check the answers. It is withdrawal of penis prior to ejaculation. The second question is, what is full form of IUDs? It is intrauterine devices. Name the safest oral contraceptive pills. It is Sahel. It is the non-steroidal pill. Take down your assignment. Describe the different temporary method of birth control. For this, you can refer your 12th standard textbook. Make sure you are jotting down all the important points, as this part is important and it can be asked for 1 or 2 marks questions. Thank you for attending this module. We'll again come back with the another module. Thank you.